Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. And today in this video we're going to be doing a Tyler Master Jr. career franchise mode. I was between a few people for who to do career mode on, from Deli League quarterbacks. But I ended up choosing Tyler Master Jr. and then I tried to pick the team that most resembled the Venom, which was the team that Master played for. Which I was between the Jaguars and the Rams, but I thought the Rams would be more fun because there's a ton of Jaguars franchises out there. And there are not as many Rams franchises out there despite their very clear need for a quarterback. So Master Jr. gets to play with a very good team to start his career, similarly to like he did in real life with playing with the Venom, who were a contender right off the bat. Here I'm picking his superstar abilities. He's going to lose the superstar though, because he's a top pick, so he's not going to get to keep that. He's just going to get star development. But I'm sure we'll be able to earn him up to Superstar X Factor. The audio timing might be off because I can't find any single video editing software that lets you combine add audio on the software. So the only way I could think to possibly do this and add audio to the video, because I didn't want there to not be audio, was to use the voice recorder app that comes with the Microsoft computers and somehow try to find some app that lets me combine that onto the video. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but that's a later problem, I guess. But in this one, we're only going to be playing our first preseason game, in which we play the San Francisco 49ers. And we're going into San Francisco. After this, we're going to simulate the entire preseason. This game's only really to get a vibe about what playing with him is going to be like, get his pass formation down, and get everything, down pat with how I'm going to have to use him going forward. So we can take a look at his ratings for a second. We saw that his 86 speed, 93 throw power. Those are the two big ones. He's going to be a running gun quarterback once he does get his X Factor, as we set. And without further ado, let's get into this game. And I'm going to make sure my uniforms are, as close to the Venom as I can. And one thing I liked about the Rams is that they have multiple uniforms that kind of resemble closer to the Venom rather than the Jaguars, which I'd kind of have to use their color rush every single time. But yeah. I kind of wish I still had Adobe Premiere Pro, but I do not. So I don't know what video editing software I'm going to use for this. I have literally zero clue, but that'll be a for later problem. First, we get to see some of the comparisons. I can't see the whole screen, by the way, because I have the microphone app open. But so I can't see what we're comparing to on their team. But obviously, the main receivers that we're gonna have to work with in this: Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee is gonna be pretty big as a tight end. Cam Akers is a good running back who's good at catching the football. Definitely going to try to utilize him. Try to build up a nice young 1-2 punch at quarterback and running back. And here, let's get right into it, as it is time for the first play of Tyler Master Jr.'s career. And so I was quickly fixing up something in recording settings. So I just had to pause it for a second, so don't mind that. But it only is going to be momentarily before we get to the very first play of Tyler Master Jr.'s career. I chose number 2 for him instead of number 7. Those were the only 2 available numbers on the Rams. But only number 2 because he's the second Tyler Master Jr. And there you go, Cam Akers gains 2 yards for the very first play. And here we go, we got quick slants going. And there you go, Tyler Master Jr. has officially completed his first pass in the NFL, not in the regular season, but in this, Master Jr. will count as the 3rd overall pick. Here we're calling screen pass. We know that Niner defensive line is very aggressive, but that works to our advantage with this play as Cam Akers gets a huge gain. 20-ish yards. As Cam Akers has now both our receptions. As we're going to a draw play, gotta establish the run game against good run defenses, so keep them on their toes. But we get pinned with a holding call here, and the call is going to be on Austin Corbett.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
Here we go. We got 1st and 20 now. On this play, I'm probably going to be looking to Tyler Higbee. And I got him. He's open. And that's going to be a gain of 2. Set up 2nd and 18. I'm going to go with mesh stop here. And I'm going to be looking at A or Y. But neither break loose as I try to hit the running back on the wheel route, but the throw does not reach, as that's going to bring up a 3rd and 18. We got a nice deep cross play going. We can see if we can get anything going here. I'm going to try to roll out with Master, and then it's going to kind of bug out for a second, so I don't know what the game was doing there, but it's going to end up getting tackled. And he's going to take an unnecessary hit, which is going to have to bring out the punt unit for 4th and 17. Let's see how this punt ends up going. Johnny Hecker punts it, boots to the left side, and it's looking like a good punt. But the spin back is gonna lose a bit of that yardage, but still keep it within the 20. With that, let's simulate to our next Tyler Master Jr. appearance.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the
on this play, I'm going to be looking for A or B. Those are going to be my primary targets on this play. I got B. B gets the block to Cam Akers, or Cooper Kupp, that is, gets the block to Cam Akers, and gets a solid gain. It's going to be a nice outside stretch handoff to Cam Akers, a pitch, as he is brought down by the face mask. Gotta love the overcalling of face mask penalties in Madden. As that is going to give us a free 1st down. So as we still want to try things with Tyler Master, let's see how his short pass games are. I love, short passes, and he is more so a short pass quarterback. He is a running gun, he's a deep thrower. His accuracy is pretty solid from short. As we test it out yet again on another play, it's time to Van Jefferson. It's called HB dive. See if we can establish Cam Akers a bit. So he's going to be someone who I'm going to try to use a lot in this series, because a quarterback can't just throw every play. Got to rely on the run game. And there we go, as Robert Woods breaks open at the very end, giving Tyler Master Jr. a solid target. Tyler Master Jr. is 7 for 8, and that's going to bring up the draw play, which is going to let Cam Akers gain a solid amount of chunk of yards, 6 yards, up to the 8-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
I don't know how they didn't call pass interference there, but that's going to be picked off by Keller Witherspoon. But all in the testing of Tyler Master Jr., seeing what throws he can make, and also reminding myself what Madden will and will not, call what's glitchy in Madden, what will work in Madden, what won't work. So obviously Jared Goff's back up here now, and that means we're going to simulate to the very end of this game, because we do not care about Jared Goff, we care about Tyler Master Jr. So now only time will tell if we end up winning this game, but from the first quarter dictates anything. It does not look very good, as we are down 3 and now 10-0. But yep, as appearing, we are not going to win this one. The 49ers will win it 24-10. And that is your final score. But we're going to show you guys the Tyler Master Jr. preseason stats. before the video ends.
Protecting your home turf. They were able to do that.
And we
here
get a
in
nice
this
clip
one.
of Cam Akers, a nice picture of Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson again. We don't get any of Tyler Master Jr. though, but we'll be running with him much more in the regular season when it matters, because we don't want to risk his injury. Master Jr. went 7 for 9, 73 yards with the pick, and rushing the ball, he was only 1 carry for 1 yard. So we hope